Industrial I.O.T Studio 2020 is a complete ecosystem that supports Industry 4.0 revolution and the digital transformation of production lines. It integrates in a single platform the processes of data acquisition to advanced processes analytics. Its main features includes the adoption of infrastructure as code technologies, integration of multiple acquisition protocols, physical, mechanical, and electrical simulator of production lines, application mobility between platforms on-premises Microsoft Azure and Amazon AWS, real-time Siri databases, integration with the AI, human-machine interfaces, data visualization, and integration with advanced analytic tools. The Industrial Studio command line tool provides a great experience for resource management, designed to facilitate scripting, data queries, and support long-running operations. Try it on Windows, Linux, or Mac OS. We will start by installing the line called Series. This fully automated goods production line was developed in the replicant simulator. A great visual and physical realism, it has hundreds of mechanisms and will provide us with a great environment to test all the functionalities of Industrial Studio. Next, we will install on-premises the acquisition and control system of the Industrial Studio. Run the series simulation. Add the connection between the line and the acquisition and control application. One of the features of Industrial Studio is to facilitate the automatic connection and configuration of the project data sources. Production of the line will be stopped until the start button is pressed on the human-machine interface that we will install next. Install the application for the development and visualization of human-machine interfaces. Then, download the previously developed software. Finally, run the Level 2 control panel of the line. Our computer has become a control panel of the series line. Press the Start button to start production. At this moment, the line is sending thousands of data per second to the acquisition and control system. The human-machine interface shows the instantaneous signal values. Now we will install the real-time series application and connect it to series. The industrial study has begun to register the signal values at the same speed as they are generated in the line. We will install the trending system of the Industrial Studio to visualize and analyze the thousands of transactions per second that production is generating. The system will run its own web server if it is installed on-premise. The Signal R module will allow you to visualize the graphics in real time as they arrive from series. We will connect and configure the new modules installed in the system just by referring to the line identifier, taking advantage of the infrastructure as a code capacity provided by the Industrial Studio. Belter Company, our fictitious enterprise, has a second production line in Ares. To stimulate it, we deploy a second instance of the replicant. We download the simulation of Ares and make the connections to the system simply by indicating its identifier. Finally, we begin the production in Ares. The current instance of the acquisition and control application serves Ares and series. Deploying a second instance of the application will allow us to start the process of high availability and load balancing. To connect the new instance to all lines is easy using the command with the parameter provided for this purpose. After a few moments, the workload is automatically balanced between the instances of the SCADA system. Industrial Studio applications have the ability to move between platforms. With a simple command, the cloud support infrastructure is created, the configuration is copied, and the application stopped in the original environment. As the deployment in the cloud takes some time, the mechanism of high availability comes into operation. routing all the connections of the Aries plant to the instance of the SCADA that is running. Only 3 additional commands are required to activate the application in Microsoft Azure. Create the IoT hub, the Aries device, and finally connect the application instance to the IoT hub. Then, reconnect the data sources to the application instance in the cloud. After a few moments, the load balancing system will redirect the Aries line traffic to this instance of the SCADA application. In a similar way, any of the components of the Industrial Studio can be moved to the cloud. For example, to move the time series real-time historization application. To do this, we will create a storage service in Microsoft Azure. Finally, we execute the command to move the instance to the cloud and connect the storage service created in the previous step. After a few moments, the Industrial Studio will redirect the transactions to this new instance. These were your first steps in the Industry 4.0 revolution and digital transformation. The Industrial Studio 2020 has the capacity to implement the production tracking, design dashboards, implement preventive maintenance and anomaly analysis using artificial intelligence techniques. Contact us for more details. Thank you for your time.